Welcome to the horrors of Disney Junior. It's going to get brighter in the next slide, so don't adjust your set. I assure you that only the emotion is going to grow dark. Real dark. Off screen, Daisy Duck is going to one-up the feelings of autumn. With Scrooge McDuck, fattened, plucked, naked, amputated, then kept cold turkey in the fridge, while some other bird looks on. Daisy Duck takes a cheeky nibble of the turkey as Minnie Mo approves. The slander and litigation is now out the window. They are aware of the ethical heterogenic repercussions of what they are party to. Minnie stirs something ghoulish as Daisy makes sure she's washed away the salmonella and E. coli from the foul blood and excrement that came free with the murder of her father-in-law. Thankfully, it's considered to be morally acceptable in this cartoon world. So a handy cookbook teaches how it's meant to be done. One last hug before they eat his corpse. After all, the brain has been removed, so no worries about Kuru affliction, I don't think, as long as they stay away from the spinal fluid. Who are we to judge what an uncomfortably high-heeled duck, mouse, and canary do in their own home? I mean, there's probably a reason the animators made the holes anatomically correct. I was going to say it's cloaca. Pretty sure Scrooge McDuck was a male, so this is awkward. Just so no one gets the false impression this poultry tumbling is mimicked on screen, so it's okay. Perfectly natural, normal, nice, and even necessary to play American football with the skin of an animal, and even inflated animal bladder, as in the good old days. Miniskirt is not carrying a mutated carcass. No, it's just the same McDuck, but swiveled. Perspective can be an issue. The room is a mess, fruit all over the place. Hilarity ensues. Scrooge relaxes in front of the TV in a way they all want us to, but with modesty. No one would imagine that hot dog is going to be stuffed into Scrooge, and I wonder if Daisy is going to serve 3 of her own men's products along with the bologna sandwich and American vegetable they call pizza. I shit ye not. You don't think Disney are going to be gratuitous about this, do you? The recipe calls for embalming to overpower the flavor of death, that's all. Holy moly, that's a full dilation there for this backwards birth process. Even the automated subtitles are shouting for this to stop. But there's a sick pleasure in Daisy's eyes as she goes elbows deep. Don't, Daisy, just don't. Disney repetitively offered this grotesque bullshit within a 30-minute compilation, 2 days before Christmas. A piece of pizza and a giant ring go through the giant ring piece. Oh, not accidentally the rolling pin, for God's sake. Oh, it's just the bird with a key up its bum. A bird within a bird is a common cultural tradition. Stuffed by another bird is a weird thing. Hilarity ensues as the corpse discombobulates around. I don't know what their reaction is, to be honest. I'd expect disgust and surprise, but anything goes here. An emoticon is about to surface. This is meant to be funny. A bird's head is appearing where there was once a stretched bird's head. But we can all laugh, can't we, if the eye pupils are misaligned? It's only missing a circle of flying birds around the head, like an even worse version of Inception. Not to worry, Daisy is a pro, up to the shoulder. I'm not going to entertain their punchline. The canary doesn't learn her lesson. Prepping herself for an out-of-the-frying-pan scenario, weirdly arming herself this time with 2 carrots, a duck's face ends up inside a duck's butt. More vegetables are appearing out of the trashed woodwork. Daisy fails at flying. She must have lost that ability during the anthropomorphing process. But it doesn't stop Scrooge McStuffed from Superman posing out there, as he yearns for a second death, leg joints first. It's the second time they've referred to him as it. It's a way of removing value to a sentient identity, to help with the slaughter or cannibalization process. The wishbone well and truly ripped apart, he finally rests as naked roadkill, in what appears to be a pool of blood, now resembling the spine of cattle. The final death scene artistically merges with everyone around the dinner table. Not in morose remorse for the atrocity they partook, not even in the realization that they have invited a cow for dinner and they're consuming bovine growth fluid. They prefer to mix it with their hummus cereal and completely forget about the earlier scenes with proof of delicious food they could have had. Unprocessed corn and wheat for the mice, and the other 12 fruit and veg already depicted. Donald brings in something that he has probably scrounged from his inheritance. Pluto encumbers a massive skeletal portion, and Goofy proclaims a holy day after a name of meat. Happy Fish Day, Pork Day, and even Dog Day. So as Miser McDuck's spirit had relatively been laid to rest, who represents this poultry geist? Hey, speaking of family, where's Huey, Dewey, and Louie?